Marshall on the toss. Got a seam over the left side and a first down run by Quace. It'll be interesting to see how this scheme of Georgia Tech impacts those talented defensive linemen you talked about from Clemson. Nice gain again. This time it was Marshall. Marshall keeps it. Broke a couple of tackles and is brought down at Marshall keeps it again, makes it down to the 38-yard line. Trey Lamar. Play clock down to 7. Marshall keeps it again. He got stuck, Dusty, at the 35. Third down and 4. Marshall on the late toss. And a first down run. Clinton Lynch.
Perimeter and pick up enough for the first down.
First and 10. Opening drive of the ball game for Georgia Tech. Little reverse pivot that time by Marshall. Down to the 25-yard line.
Tech offensive line a lot of credit. They're coming off with extremely low pad leverage, getting off the football on the backside, doing a good job cut blocking, forcing Clemson to play with their hands and play a touch slow.
Marshall again kept it. And this time got about 2 yards. A little movement on the
enjoy each other.
Right play of the drive. A quick handoff. First man through is Jerry Howard, who's filling in for Gervonta toe issue. So here early in the game, first series for Georgia Tech. And we get a look at Tobias Oliver, the backup quarterback.
Unbalanced set here for Georgia Tech.
Toss to the wide side of the field. It's on the ground. Fumble. And Georgia Tech seems to have recovered. And long throwing situation. Marshall going to pass it. Sacked. Lost the ball. Fumbled. And Georgia Tech recovered it. Self-destructed at about the 25-yard line of Clemson. 5 minutes to go here in the first. Marshall in the ball game. Bad toss, and they're going to lose a few yards. Out of bounds at about the
ball. Eye discipline, and you have to play well with your hands and stay on your feet. A lot of cut blocks with this Georgia Tech offense.
Marshall surveying, and nowhere to go. Sacked back at the 19-yard line. J.D.
Georgia Tech can afford to beat.
Marshall on the toss. They lose it again. Loose ball. Clemson got it. Touchdown Tigers. Opportunity so far. Couple of sacks already. First and 10 from the 25. There we go on the dive man, Jerry Howard. Good assignment football by Clemson. 5 Georgia Tech plays before that. Ended up in negative yardage. Marshall with nowhere to go. They played it well again, and a sack by Kevin again.
And a bad spot for this offense. Third and plus situations, not where they want to be.
A 3-receiver formation for Marshall. Taking a shot up top. Like him too.
They roll guys, man. They rotate players as much as anybody in college football.
We're a minute to play here in the first quarter. Marshall hit, broke one tackle and falls across the 30.
Rest of the afternoon.
Second and 7. Marshall on the toss. Got an alley there and a first down run by Mason. And Mason into Clemson territory near the 40. A great iconic symbol of the Montgomery bus boycotts and civil rights activists. On the toss, That time strung out well by Clemson defensively. Koch Cosmopolitan area.
Gorgeous setting.
On Peachtree Street somewhere, right?
One of the 71.
Marshall with nowhere to go. Well, this Tiger defense really sticking to their assignment.
Penalty for Clemson on the horse collar penalty, because it would have been 3rd and long. Now 1st and 10 at the 31.
Marshall hands it off to Mason. Mason started behind Jerry Howard today.
Heck of a recruiter, too.
Adam Smotherman, his get-back coach, who doesn't get a penalty. Marshall couldn't break that tackle, picked up about.
Game's over.
I think the get-back coach needs a get-back coach, because he's pretty intense too. On the toss into the boundary and stopped.
He's a heck of a quarterback too, which doesn't hurt things in his own right.
See what Marshall and this Georgia Tech offense can get going. They put it on the ground again and lose about 7 yards, 15. Marshall keeps it and is collared at the 21-yard.
He's getting a lot of penetration, and those linebackers, safeties are roaming and getting to the football at great speed.
Marshall going to throw it. They broke off the pattern, and it should have been intercepted
after a slow start.
Juan Marshall at the helm. First and 10, and he hands it off to the first guy through, Jerry Howard.
No, one block and open up a hole.
There's another shift by that Clemson defensive front. 2nd down and 8. And we got a penalty. That's going to go against the Georgia Tech offense.
Makes the offensive line think a little bit more. It allows that moment of doubt. And with Clemson's defensive line as talented as they are, that's all that they need. And it's been extremely problematic. Clean the 2nd-level linebacker.
Venables defensive front 7 doing a nice job here. Pitching a shutout, a blitz off the edge, and they got to Marshall on the sack. That was Trayvon Mullen.
And one that this Georgia Tech team desperately needed.
That's a Friday not top 10 coming up. On the handoff, clean hole up the middle for Howard. And Howard picked up a score here. And Swinney coaching on the sidelines with his freshman quarterback. Marshall keeps it and falls forward. We're about to. We'll get back to that. 3rd and 1. Marshall going to keep it and got the first down. Moving the chains with 2/3. 1st and 10. Touchdown here would be huge for Georgia Tech. Marshall keeps it, got an alley, got himself a touchdown.
Ton of success that opening drive. They made their adjustments, and they've been a shutdown unit so far in this game.
1st and 10, Marshall on the toss. Boy, great tackling by Clemson on Quay Searcy.
Calculus major. That's good.
You got that right, D?
I can handle the broadcast. Making sure.
It's calculus, one of those mandatory courses that you take here at Georgia Tech as Marshall runs it and gains.
And very nice for him. He's got Cleveland Farrell. He's got that entire defensive line mentoring him to make him even better.
3rd and short. They put it on the ground again, and that has been the bane of the offense. They may have picked up the first down. The offense. Marshall brought down at the 35-yard line.
Your A-backs or your wings, the guys on the outside, the pitch guys, are more of a slot receiver type. They've got speed, got a block on the edge, and the ability to catch the football.
Looking for a receiver on this one, almost intercepted. Intended for Jordan Mason, sitting. Now Clemson going to pin their earbacks and come with a little bit of heat. 3rd and long. Marshall throws it up. And incomplete at the 35-yard line. No flags. Mario Cristobal, the new head coach of the Oregon Ducks. Big game against Stanford tonight on ABC. Marshall with time and ran out of it in a hurry. Jalen Camp, the
self-destruct, right? We can't beat ourselves. And what have we seen today? Penalties. We've seen the ball on the ground. We've seen Georgia Tech do just that and self-destruct.
Marshall keeps it, got a nice block, and is brought down at the 30-yard line, about 5. Third and 5. The option at Lynch with a little bit of room, but swarmed quickly, and he comes up about 1.5 yards short of the... See what Brent Venables' defense gets done here.
A lot of people at the line of scrimmage.
Marshall got enough for the first down and moves the chains.
Snap in, snap out.
Marshall to pass. Trying to make something out of nothing downfield. And caught for the first down at the 30. Game against Syracuse. Orange and Dino Babers running hot right now. Big win last week at home against Florida State. Jerry Howard on the carry. Huggins on the stop.
He didn't like that RPO offense. Mixing it up there in the trenches.
Taquan Marshall keeps it. Nice little spin move inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line with Howard in the backfield. They toss it to the edge. That's Cottrell. And he got into the end zone, extending that ball. A spirited run for the touch.
How they're working together, Mark.
And a motivated crew with a championship makeup. We have a new quarterback, Tobias Oliver, in the ball game for Georgia Tech. He played a couple of, well, there's no other way to put it. They've been impotent. They have been unproductive yardage-wise and points-wise. Just 14 on the board so far against a very stout defense. They fumble again.
And Georgia comes up with it, but great penetration by the front from Clemson.
Oliver fumbles it again. Boy, they have got fumbleitis here
of the season.
Tobias Oliver still in at quarterback. Hands it off to Howard. And Howard picked up about 2 yards on dimes like a bank teller today. He had it working. Good spin move by Oliver. And he falls forward for about 3. Pinckney, times you think he does that per game, where he pulls Coach Venables back per game. Wow, big hit. 4 times every play.
As good as it gets, man. He cares about his players, passionate about the game of football. It's who you want to play for.
Oliver under some heavy heat here. They came after him. What a catch by Lynch. Quentin Lynch with a nice move inside the 10-yard line.
I have it confirmed. They have played all 72 of the guys that they traveled here. Talk about developing your guys and rewarding them with playing time.
Well, it's a real meritocracy that exists at Clemson.
It's something that he believes in. It's something that they do year in, year out, week in, week out. If you do what you're supposed to do, you will earn the right, and you deserve a chance to get on the field. Whether it be 10 plays, whether it be 20 plays, you're going to get your opportunity.
Consistent dominance and success. Throwback, wide open, Oliver, touchdown. Hey, Clinton Lynch in the side. Black Angel. something cool. I don't know. Give me a couple plays to think about it. Oliver sacked. Back at the...
It's wide open. He's got the arm, and he's got the target outside for an easy pitch and catch.
Well, the move paid off to put Lawrence back in the ball game at quarterback. Oliver pivoting, spun around, did a little Houdini act, and brought down inside the 40 at the 30.
Right, I mean, this Georgia Tech offense, we've talked about it. They've had issues, self-inflicted. They shot themselves in the foot all throughout the year. So if Tobias Oliver can come in and show some type of improvement, get himself an opportunity.
That was Mason, picked up about 2 yards. That was a 39. That was a turnaround. I don't see it happening here today. 2nd and 9. A few fake pitches, and Oliver down at the Arizona State upset last week. Herm Edwards squad against San Diego State and Pac-12 Mountain West action as Oliver is brought down.
Going to Utah. It's a good football team.
Yeah,
Chris
very
Peterson
good.
has.
Very solid. Well coached. 4th and 3. Oliver escapes one tackler and then tripped up by the turf monster at the 30.